Lights, camera, action.
In a studio where local filmmakers talk to other filmmakers about the inside world of film.
Cut.
That's not the script. It. We'll fix it in post. Do you wonder how films are produced and what really goes on behind the scenes? Well, stand by. Filmmakers Kevin Mumphrey, Victoria V.A. Jones, and Carson Hype Ferguson explain all the details. Right here on It, We Will Fix It in Post podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you're listening, I thank you for doing so. I am once again Kevin Mumphrey, and this is Fuck It, We'll Fix It in Post. I'm here with my colleagues Victoria V.A. Jones.
What's going on?
And Carson Hype Ferguson.
You don't do no more? Huh? You don't do that no more?
I mean, hey,
You got something new?
I can change it up.
You cool?
I
Yeah.
can change it. Look, I went down the last time I did like this time. What's up?
Well, okay. So just wanted to talk about some like current events that's going on within the film industry in Hollywood. And right now, the main thing that is going on is the film Gladiator and Wicked is out. Those are the two box office films going on right now. So which one you think is doing the best?
I'm thinking Wicked.
Carson, what are you betting on?
I don't know, because like I heard some people were getting upset at the experience because certain people were going to that film and singing along. And then other people, it was like
I've
their
heard
experience.
I've heard that too.
So they were just singing along in the theater?
They're singing along to the songs in the theater.
Yeah, like, and the people, they don't want them to sing. They want to hear the movie.
And like I get
especially
that.
if you can't sing. You will not ruin this for me.
I get that, but I also would think everyone singing in the theater would kind of create like almost like a moment.
Oh, you thinking it's gonna be a kumbaya moment?
I would think
I don't
so.
think so.
But
I don't
If they
think so.
can't sing, ain't no kumbaya.
And then another, I don't want nobody singing in the theater. I paid my money to come see this movie, even if it is a musical. I don't give a damn. I paid my money to come see this movie, and your ass behind me singing.
Hell, back in the day, if you went to the black theater, you better be prepared for the experience you're gonna get with that. You're gonna get some. Oh yeah, that's what you get.
Yeah, I mean,
you gonna get some of that?
It's the
That ain't what
musical
that is.
version.
No,
of that.
it's not. That ain't what that is. That is people in the theater singing. That is not. That is not going to go well.
It becomes like a karaoke movie experience.
That's not what it is. That's not what it is. If you want them, that means you wait till it come out on streaming. You have a little party at your house, and all y'all sing along together.
That's right.
That's what that means.
I was just picturing you at the movie. Hey, bro, nah, this ain't that kind of experience. You do that at home. And from what I heard, in a shower by yourself. Don't do that here. But no, I've heard that too, and like telling people to be quiet in the theater. I've heard that, but actually, Wicked is beating Gladiator, which I had thought it was going to be Gladiator.
No, because
No.
like too many people are very suspicious of that film anyway, because how long has passed since the last movie, and then that was really built to be a standalone movie anyway. So it's like they ain't really filming remakes like that, unless it's done with a certain time period and the people involved.
But I think just Wicked period, it has a big following. So
Broadway play.
Yeah, I assumed that it was gonna do way better in the theaters when the movie came out than Gladiators did, just because of the following of it and people wanting to go see the movie.
And it actually it's done 114 million domestically, when Gladiator did like 55 million. It basically globally, Gladiator's done 165. And globally, Wicked has done 162. But I mean, domestically, Wicked would. But also, you can bring a lot more people to see Wicked than you would to see Gladiator. You can bring your children, you bring your grandma. You could it could be a whole family thing to see Wicked.
Oh no!
Now, I don't think I think so. You can literally take the whole.
Some people are gonna be like, "Oh, we got witches in there, so we ain't gonna take them to go see no Wicked."
Well, I can see certain people thinking that too, but I mean, it's kind of like it's PG, isn't it? Or
that means nothing.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing.
You remember when Harry Potter came out and that whole debacle about?
I stayed so far away from that.
The first Deadpool was like PG.
Well, yeah, that one. The latest one definitely wasn't.
No, it was actually
But
rated
it-
R.
it's definitely.
They purposely
And-
they're like, hey, we want this to be rated R, and they fought the studios for that.
Yeah,
over
some
that.
movies should be rated.
Yes.
It's better told is rated R than PG.
Yes.
That one definitely was. But like I don't because they're saying it's like record break. Wicked is having a record breaking kind of sales as far as musicals and like Broadway.
Yeah,
And
it's a good it's a good Broadway play.
now, and I've always heard about it, but I'm not necessarily a musical person. So
Oh, I love musicals.
have you seen it yet?
No,
Or are you planning to watch it?
not to go to the theater.
Not just now is it
Hell
because of
no.
the singing?
Hell no, not to go to no theater. y'all done lost y'all minds if y'all think y'all go. I'm telling you, Kevin. You think I'm
So
playing? You think I'm playing? I pay money to go sit in the theater to watch something, and there's people singing behind me. It's gonna be a whole problem.
So which situation would be worse? Because sometimes you can go to a movie theater at like Wednesday afternoon and it just be you and maybe 2 or 3 other people in there.
Nobody needs to be singing. Nobody.
So it would be worse if you're there like on a Friday evening and everybody in there singing, or like a Wednesday afternoon and those 2 people in the back.
Hey, like Keith Sweat said, nobody.
Nobody. I said nobody. You giving me scenarios of 50 people to 2 people. Nobody needs to be singing. No, nobody.
Who can sing in the back? Nobody.
So as soon
Like, you
as-
trying to make it better because it's 2 people? That don't make it nothing.
I would figure, it's easier to tune out 2 people.
No, it's not.
In a theater, if a baby cries, you ain't tuning that out.
It's better than a bunch of babies crying.
Listen,
I mean, is
listen.
this dude serious? You go to the movie theater for the baby crying experience.
Now I'm not saying you're going for it, but I mean, you can't do nothing about it. If
Listen,
it
I
happens.
was at the theater one time, okay? And I'm not saying it was me, okay? I'm sitting in between. It was a person right here on their phone. And the phone was lit up like a motherfucker, okay? The person next to me looks over me to check this person who's on their phone. I'm like, damn. I'm sitting right here and it was bothering, but it wasn't gonna bother me. Like I wasn't finna get in no fight in the middle of the movie theater. But I'm just saying, you interrupted me by reaching over to me trying to say something to this person.
Oh, you know what you just remind me of? So the first time I went to go see Black Panther, the first Black Panther,
Okay.
I'm in the theater and I'm like getting all comfortable with there. I set up, I got my stuff reclined back. I'm ready to go. And do you know these people? I'm not gonna say who they are.
Well, you went to go see Black Panther, so I can just imagine who they were.
I'm not gonna say who they are. They try to sneak an adult in under the guise of a child ticket. So what they did is they bought all the seats up to the one, and they thought, oh, ain't nobody gonna sit right here in this seat because we got all these other ones. And then like somebody else had these over here that are blocked out. So I bought the one lone seat up here because I'm like, I want to sit at the top. Not necessarily at the middle, but kind of at the side so I can get out real quick or whatever. And I'm laid up, and this big old dude, I'm reclined back. And I'm like looking at this dude, he's like, hey, you in the wrong seat. And I was like, if this goes bad, and I'm going through, I'm running scenarios in my head. I'm like, man, like at best, I'm gonna have to kneecap this dude. It did. I was kind of like, set up a little bit. I was like, oh, hold up. Let me check my seat. And I was like, oh, what was I say? That's it. I wasn't in the mood. I was trying not to be disrespectful because the dude was big. It was a big dude. And then like already I'm like in a different
You're sitting, he's standing. It's a disadvantage.
Yeah, well, no, I was kind of like halfway laying down because I had the seat already reclined back.
You had the reclines. Oh yeah.
And I was sitting. I'm like, so I just go up like just a little bit, not all the way, because that could be perceived as a threat. And then I'm like, oh, what's that say? Try not to be like sarcastic or anything like that. And he's like, he looks at it, and I point. I like just pointed the number. He's like, he gets mad at the women for putting him in that situation. and then he's like, man, y'all told me y'all bought a seat. And he like storms out. And then it's like, the chick comes up to me and she's like, you're in our seat. And I was like, no, I mean, he saw it right here. I mean, look, that's the number, right? And then she's like just sitting there looking crazy. And then the black lady next to me, she ain't making no better. She's like, yeah, and this is my seat right here, and that's their seat right here. And I'm like, lady, you gonna get me in a fight? Chill out. I got this.
Remember when he said he wasn't gonna say what these people were?
You said a whole bunch right then and there. We know who they are.
No, the black lady, the black lady was
the
nice.
Black lady,
Because the black lady. No, I'm saying the person who was sitting to my right, not the people to my left. Like, I didn't say nothing about them, but the black lady to the left.
But the black lady was nice.
No,
she was. She was a little overzealous. And then her husband was like, "Hey, chill out." And I gave him that look. I said, "Thank you, my brother."
So no singing for you neither.
Nobody.
Uh-uh.
Who can sing in the back?
No, but yes.
Oh, he was finna say nobody.
No.
He was finna say nobody.
I almost got him.
No.
I almost got him.
So another thing I want to talk about, like Denzel's been basically on a press tour, which has been going all over TikTok lately. One of the things he talked about, he was saying that he has not auditioned for a film in 40 years.
I mean, like, why should he?
Right, it's Denzel.
And
People write films with him in mind, and then they have to get somebody else if he's like, nah, I ain't doing that.
And he's at the point where the film's not getting made.
Mm-hmm.
If he declines, and I feel like at least in like the last 10, maybe 20 years, he's been a lot more pickier.
Yeah.
On his roles.
He should.
But I was thinking like, what? And I was thinking like, when was the last role that I would even think he would audition for?
Probably be none, because he's doing a lot of directing and producing too now. So it's because the Piano Lesson is one of his movies.
Yes, because his kids are in. I think his wife is even a part of it.
I think so.
So it's like
it's like a family affair type deal.
Yeah.
So,
but I was like, what other actors you could think of that wouldn't even think of having him audition for anything?
probably like
Well, all the big
Angelina
ones.
Jolie, because she just did a movie.
Like who?
Angelina Jolie. It's a movie coming out on Netflix. She's playing somebody. I saw the previews and I kind of liked it though. I forgot. I think it's like an opera singer, a famous opera singer that she's playing.
Yeah, but all the big ones. And like, was it there's a video game that came out a while ago. The Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
He's the lead character in it. I'm pretty sure he didn't audition for that. It's like, hey, I want a big name person. Let's see if we can attach it to one of these cats or whatever. And then like, hey, let's see what they think about it. And if they can get excited about it or whatever. So, I mean, so you might have them like, send the script over, but they're probably not auditioning.
Yeah, and I would think like the actors who you would say box off, they put the butts in seats. Like,
yeah, like Chris Hemsworth when he did a Netflix deal, with the Indian film studio Extradition. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't audition for that.
Chris Evans, I would say The Rock.
Chris Evans probably does, because I don't think he has like the same pull as Chris Hemsworth.
You don't think Chris Evans had the same pull as Chris Hemsworth?
No.
I would think him being Captain America, I would think that have boosted him up.
Yeah, but
that's not
yeah. Now it's stuff he's done since then. Because I heard what's the red one he did? Was it Red One or something like that?
He was in that with
The
Rock.
Was in Red with The Rock.
I think
Red One.
I think it was that one because it did not do well. Apparently, quite a few of The Rock's latest projects hasn't done that well. But
I think his biggest problem is like oversaturation.
Well, he's doing also what's it Disney movie that's about to come out again?
Just because I think he's done something. I think he's done. It's like the second version of it, and he's played that role before. Because I think that's coming out. Because it's probably like for the whole Thanksgiving cycle and everything. So I think it's coming out this week. So it's actually pretty soon. But it's Disney is animated. is probably going to do pretty well. Because I was thinking Tom Hanks.
Not Tom Hanks now. Well, I mean, like he's probably not auditioning, but Tom Hanks now isn't the draw that he was like even 10 years ago.
And that also going to be just because he's. Oh no, okay. So how about this one? Samuel L. Jackson.
No, actually, a lot of people have written roles for him for a long time, like specifically for him.
Yeah,
like the Marcellus Wiley. As a matter of fact, one of my coworkers got that same wallet
how did he get that wallet?
in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
He just bought it off a website. They sell merch, man.
there is I saw, and this is more so for clothes. There's a website where if there's clothes from a certain movie, you can almost buy it from that site, or if they don't have it, they'll show you where I was.
Oh no, they got that they got the AI Google tool, whatever. You can circle the product in there. So if it's a mirror, you can circle it in a TV show or whatever.
Yeah,
and it'll give you like a list of stuff. They've been advertising on the commercials all the time.
I just started seeing advertisements on stuff like that maybe a few weeks ago.
Oh, that technology's been like in play for a long time though. Like where they've been trying to get it, especially like with like I mean when Gilmore Girls was the thing, they were like they saw women trying to like get some of the outfits or some of the bags or some of the stuff in the background or whatever, and they're like, hey, how can we tie that in? And even stuff like The Office. Like if there was like an easy button or just certain stuff because they really want the merchandise tie-in.
But wasn't like Home Depot doing selling those easy buttons?
Probably. Well, no, Staples.
Staples. Yes,
Yeah.
I get those two confused. Yes, so that would make more
Home
sense.
Depot and Staples.
I do.
It's a whole bunch of different stuff at Home Depot
I know,
than it is
and-
at Staples.
I know.
Including the Home Depot girl that Shaq slid in the DM on.
Who?
You don't remember the Home Depot girl, the attractive girl that worked at Home Depot?
Oh, the girl went viral.
Yeah. Like, and then a
I
bunch
think
of
Shaq went in her DM.
then a bunch of women started like putting on their Home Depot. Even women that didn't work on there had Home
Outfits.
Depot aprons because all it is an apron.
Yeah,
It's literally
you can buy them off. You can buy them off eBay.
Buy.
Yeah.
Why would you buy an apron?
What you gonna
Wait,
do?
wait, wait.
Steal it?
You can go steal an apron.
Be damn.
I mean, you ain't seen the videos. Like, hey, 5-finger discount, baby. No, you ain't. Oh, we beneath that, huh?
Stealing an apron is just ridiculous. Just buy it. It's if you're gonna make that like it probably don't cost that.
They
much.
probably give it to you. They'll. What you talking about?
They're gonna give it to you at Home Depot. You're gonna go up to Home Depot and say, "Hey, can I get an apron?"
I'm
And
pretty
they're
sure.
just gonna give
I'm
you-
pretty sure you got to start a conversation first.
What
You know,
kind
hey,
of conversation you gonna start?
I don't know.
Oh, I want to work here.
No. You be like, hey, what? Ain't charcoal on sale right now? And then like you go from there. You know what I'm saying?
So they gonna give you an apron because you want some char. You gonna go pay for some charcoal.
No, you ain't got to buy the charcoal. You start the conversation about the charcoal.
I don't even know how you would
What's
get to
what's the next?
So-
Look, I'm telling you, like, look, I'm telling you, I done did it myself. To
So
where
you got
I
a free apron.
No, not on the apron, but on other things. I mean, like, hey, like you talk them up, be nice. I'm not looking for anything, but hey, they give me stuff. I'm like, this is very nice.
I don't even want
You
to know.
Thank you. I
what
appreciate
You got
that.
the gift of gab.
I don't want to know what you get.
But also,
All kinds of stuff with free dessert, upgrading this, like upgrading amenities, like all kinds of stuff. I gotta do. Hey, some people want to talk.
You like people. I don't like people.
I don't like people's actions a lot of the times.
I just don't like people.
I mean, I think everybody don't like certain people,
Look-
like people's actions all the
Look, I
time.
be avoiding
But
conversations like the Matrix in the
And this is the reason why you won't get a free apron.
because I don't want one. Okay.
also, Denzel was talking about it was kind of went viral. Denzel was talking about like he's got these next film projects lining up, and he framed it as retiring, but he was really saying he's going to step away from being in front of the camera and do more behind the camera, and that became like viral. My first thought, like he's 70. That's when you retire.
No,
for-
because Kathy Bates ain't retiring.
She hasn't. Now he
And what's the other director? My mind just went blank.
no. You said
He-
director.
No. What's the other director? My mind went blank. What's the one who's in his 90s right now?
Male.
He's a male. Of course, he's a male.
New York. Well, yeah.
Of course, he's in New
No,
York.
No, I'm just done because I think I know.
Clint Eastwood.
Oh, and that's supposed to be his last film.
What last film?
The project that's supposed to be coming out that he's directing is supposed to be his last one he's directing.
Supposed to be.
So, but
The man is in his 90s.
yeah, he's 91.
Right. And he said that he was retiring early on in his career.
Yeah, but I
But
mean,
he never did.
But I mean, the retirement, like in that, you have to have something that moves you, though. Like Gran,
And
when he
that
did
is-
Gran Torino, that's like he hadn't did a movie in how many years before that? It was a long
Yeah.
time, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was like
Mhm.
over 10 years.
Yeah, it was a minute.
and that's why Denzel's saying he's retired. Like he doesn't see like projects that he's motivated to do anymore. And then it's also he's more motivated to be a director now.
Right.
Then
But
that's
he's
sort of-
still not retiring from film. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, when I say, and I'm not saying he's retired from the world, like the film industry. I'm just
Right.
saying he's retired from the acting part of it. And even retiring, he's just not going to be looking for roles.
I have a hard time believing that. I really think that if he says he's going to retire, he might not be a major role, but he's going to be in that film somewhere.
You know, because
He's gonna do a cameo, he's gonna do something.
Denzel can't do a cameo.
You think he can't?
No, he can't be he literally he was doing an interview and he was joking and he was saying this jokingly, but the guy was asking like, if you could play a leading role in any film ever, what would it be? And he's like, I've played a leading role in all of them, so I don't really like Denzel is a leading actor. He just has that presence. He can't be like what I always thought was the great thing about Samuel Jackson. He can play the starting role. He can play he can play like a side character. He can do cameo. He can play any part. Morgan Freeman can do this too. Denzel can't. He's a leading man.
He's going to overshadow.
He's going to overshadow.
Whatever's going on.
That's just because he's a good actor, but that doesn't mean that
He's
also.
but also he's the draw as well. Like, so if you see him, you be like, oh, that's Denzel. I know I'm gonna get Denzel.
That's Denzel.
But
like,
if Denzel's on the screen for 10 minutes, oh, you gonna talk all kinds of crazy about that film. 10 minutes, or do like what they did in the other guys, where they like The Rock and Samuel Jackson. Like early on, they got like spoiler alert. They got rid of their characters, and the other guys.
Oh, I never saw it, but I know what you're talking about.
Man,
but like
crazy.
you literally like Denzel could only be a leading actor. He just has that. Yeah, he's a great actor. That's a lot of great. Like God, what is? I always forget this guy's name, but he's considered like one of the greatest actors. I can't think of his name, but every time he's in a movie, and he does it so well that you don't necessarily see him, but his acting is so well, his presence is so great. He's always playing a leading man. Someone else who's probably always a leading man. I can't think of anyone who does it like Denzel, but he's too much of a leading man to put him in a supporting character.
Maybe.
Like I just
Maybe.
like there's a lot of actors that could now, and I always put like a Morgan Freeman and Samuel Jackson because they're like the two best that I've seen do that. That you can put in any role and they don't like. Now Samuel Jackson's definitely a scene stealer. But he doesn't necessarily take over like the whole role. Like I can't.
You don't think he takes over?
No. I think he takes over a scene,
Like
not like
the
a
best,
whole movie.
The best example of that is make the reference again with Pulp Fiction. Like John Travolta, good, but the most like notable moments or whatever the Samuel Jackson deals.
Yeah.
I mean, he stole some scenes. Like,
But
especially in the
he's-
diner with the chick. He's like, no, point the gun at me, B.
He's always good. And someone else who's in it's never you always think of him more of comedy, but as far as acting, but Bernie Mac always steals a scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consistent scene stealer. He's one of those
It's just like when he was in Charlie's Angels.
yeah, and it was like, and I remember when it first like why is Bernie Mac and Charlie's Angels? But then you see, like, oh, it works.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying.
Bernie Mac's a spice that works anywhere, especially if comedy's involved. He works everywhere.
I don't know if he would work in an office.
You don't think so?
I think that would be great.
I think that would have been awesome.
I don't know because it'd be like
I would love that.
I don't know about that.
And the reason is because of his show Bernie Mac, and he when he was talking to America, just imagine those scenes where he's talking, he's doing his stuff to the camera, and they're having those little confessionals.
I can even see the role. Like he's like, I was going to say HR, but that's like he's upper management. He comes in every now and then. And everybody else kind of get nervous. Like, oh, it would be great. Bernie Mac would kill in that.
Oh, he's a hatchet man. That would work. Because he'd be saying stuff that's not supposed to be funny, and you be like just laughing.
Then you do that cutaway and just let Bernie be Bernie.
Oh, he would be. He would also be awesome in what's the new one? Albert Elementary.
Albert Elementary.
Albert Elementary. Yeah, he would be good.
Oh, like a school, like a superintendent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would have been perfect. God, the more I'm thinking about, man, we miss Bernie. There's so many good stuff he could have been in. Yeah, he would have killed in that because they had the guy who was on Mad TV play the teacher's father.
Yeah,
and he like did the mannerisms like. And they kind of look similar, but they did the facial mannerism and everything. Looking at the screen, it was great. Yeah, I can't think of anything Bernie comedy wise. I can't think of anything Bernie wouldn't be good at. I was going to say
he wouldn't work in Seinfeld. It'd just be a clash. Cause like I think it would just work as like awkward.
I don't know if it'd be. I don't know. That's interesting.
I don't think so. He'd be like, he would have to always be like referencing how weird everybody else is.
Well, because I mean, how many black people was on Seinfeld? And I feel like he would have to break down. Like, ain't no black people in here.
What was maybe Aisha Taylor? No, she was on Friends.
Yeah, that was Friends.
They had the same issue because I remember
that was Friends.
I remember they were like, so wait, you telling me a show is filmed in New York and there's no black people in it at all, not even in the background. And then I was like, wait a minute.
No, there was some in the background.
I did say like the first few, I think 2 or 3 seasons, I was like, you wouldn't even see black people in the background.
Well, it was a mostly white show. I mean,
no, but like New York,
like is like the most diverse city in the United States.
I'm saying like the people they would encounter, like there probably ain't gonna be no black folks in their coffee shop. But I mean, you gonna have you gonna have an Indian or an Asian or something. No, I'm saying
not in that coffee shop.
That particular coffee shop.
But yeah, you would see none of them.
They were all on In Living Single.
What Living Single in Harlem?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was based in Harlem. I don't remember for sure, but yeah, they were all in Living Single. The black side of that show was Living Single. You're absolutely correct.
See, I fixed the problem. That's what it was.
And then later on, like all the people were running away on New York Undercover, like right after that.
Wow,
man,
wow.
Oh no, too soon.
It's not too soon. It's just how did you get there?
No, I'm talking about New York shows. No, and every time like I think about New York shows, like that was a popular New York show at the same time Living Single was.
No,
they wouldn't even shot the same cameras. Like I just
that is horrible. That is horrible.
Another thing I want
can't keep running away. No, can't keep running away.
Another thing I wanted to get into. So I don't know if y'all heard, Cat Williams is breaking ground on building a film studio in Alabama.
Oh, good on him, man.
My first thought was, how much money does this man have? He's always richer than I think he is.
According to his net worth, he's only like got $1 million. But like every time I turn around, I hear stories about him giving like, more than that.
Right.
Like out, like just
he got
generously.
some stuff stashed away. he
and I know stash away. He's making way more than $1 million doing those tours because he packs them. But it's like, where are you getting all this money?
Yeah, but
from?
he don't spend money on anything hardly.
But he got like what 6 kids?
Yeah, but I'm saying he don't spend money on himself like that.
Right.
So I'm
what
like,
does that mean?
so I'm like, either
Kids
you,
are expensive.
Yeah,
I mean, I know
no.
they're expensive,
Hey,
but I'm
hey,
just
6
saying.
of 'em?
Hey, don't let Tyrese X like lead you wrong, man. Like his don't cost that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it depends on who you had the kids
You-
with.
Your,
Okay.
your daddy famous, you may be like, but then again, he did have that thing when he was talking with his kids, like make a pimp decision. Like, remember when I told you make a pimp decision? So that may lead into your point. I'm pretty sure he taught all of them like you need to make some smart financial decisions because daddy ain't paying for all of it. But also, like I was thinking, like what are the other film studios are being built in? I know you heard like Warner Brothers Discovery is supposed to have like an $8.5 billion studio in Las Vegas.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was waiting for. I'm looking at the list, and I was like, "What is anything else being built in like Los Angeles?" And there's supposed to be like one.
Why would you build in Los Angeles?
I mean, that's supposed to be like the Hollywood hub.
Yeah, but it's like the cost of living, the cost of production. Like even an independent production is going to cost you like triple what it would cost.
Yeah.
Like, just another state over.
and that's what they're doing. Well, they're going. A lot of it's going to Canada. Also, I never heard of Dublin, Ohio, but they got a studio.
I finna say they finna do it in Dublin. you know they got direct flights from here to Dublin now.
They're getting far away. But there's Canada. You've got more in Georgia, Toronto, Malhat Nations, Canada. And it's like a $242 million studio. But they have one. This is the only one that's problem. There's probably one studio that's being built in San Francisco. And I'm like, if you're gonna build something in California, San Francisco is more expensive than Los Angeles. So I don't see why you do San Francisco.
Maybe it's enough space up there for them to
it may have been a good
for them to do what they need to do up there.
And I'm always seeing this like they're buying like an old military compound. And I'm like, how many of these are vacant that people are able to buy?
I mean, there's quite a few that got shut down and that just never got repurposed. Even the old airports, even a regional airport is still like a sizable, kind of, footprint.
Yeah. So have these been like shut down like what in the last 10, 20 years or?
Some of them the state has to maintain right now. Like, cause what is it? I don't know if you're familiar with Patrick Bet-David.
No.
Like they made their headquarters of Valuetainment because he sold his company, and when he cashed out, he became a minority owner in the Yankees, and then like he basically turned Valuetainment into like it was already like a media kind of empire deal, but his headquarters are on an old airport in Miami now, or Fort Lauderdale, I think, and it's like they have been working on that sale for like a number of years.
In Texas. He's in Florida?
No, he was for a little bit, but he decided to go to Florida.
How long ago he's been in Florida?
Maybe 3 years.
Oh, so this is
3-4 years, and it was like a decision with his kids and all that stuff too.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so he's like he wanted the best environment to raise his kids in, like schooling, all that good stuff, taxes, schooling, all that, and his company, because like he's got to think about cost of living for his employees. That was a big thing. Because when he had his financial services company or whatever, I actually got approached by a recruiter, a couple of them actually.
Nice. All right. So I ain't gonna say other places, but most of these places I'm seeing are down south. There's another one going in Georgia. 50 Cent has one in
Shreveport,
yes, and which he kind of caught a lucky break because the tax breaks that caused him to go over there, they were supposed to be doing like a vote to either keep him or because I guess like the politicians there wanted to cut those tax breaks. So he was like, man, I'm shitting bricks for a minute, but they approved the tax breaks, I believe, a few days ago. So yeah, we're good. We just got green light gang. Like, we're go. But I was nervous for a little bit because they wanted to cut that out. Which I'm surprised that this would happen after he's already announced. Which I think he still would have done it if they cut. It just would have been way more expensive.
he probably would have scaled back. It wouldn't have been as big. Like he kept like the outline or whatever, but he wouldn't been able to do as much stuff, and he'd probably be looking at another location as well.
And then they don't really care about him. They trying to figure out what's in their pockets.
Well, I'm the like the main point of kind of building these in other places. Like he wants to do what Tyler Perry's done for Atlanta and Shreveport. So if it goes well, the money's going to Shreveport. The whole city should be able to make money off of that.
Right.
Not unless if you talk to Hurricane Chris, it's a different story. I'm just saying.
Well,
But I'm saying
they can use this song on a commercial or something.
I mean, at the same time, you have to see what else is going on in that city, in whatever city that is. And if it doesn't benefit them, they're not gonna. Oh, okay, this person has a studio over here. Let's make sure we cut them in.
Well, the biggest thing with Louisiana as a state anyway, a bunch of people were going there, and it wasn't a tax credit. It was just like it like you basically get it up front. So it wasn't like, okay, for every dollar you spend, you get X amount of dollars like off or, back, like a rebate or something like that. So it would kind of, it's incentivizing these films, and it's not building a real economy. That's what was one of the major like kind of drawbacks. Because as soon as like they turned the spigot off on the state a few years back before they like kind of brought it back in a different iteration, all the films like damn near dried up.
Wait, when did this happen?
Some years back.
Because like at least in Louisiana, the last film I remember like they kind of promoting being filmed, and I think there was also some of this was filmed in New Mexico. Was that Wolverine film? That last Wolverine film. I think it was Louisiana and New Mexico is where they shot that at, and that was like the last major thing.
You talking about the old man
Logan.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
I think that's because I think there's some shows that was supposed to be filmed there. Some pilots stuff. The show with the zombies,
The Walking Dead.
Yeah, isn't that film?
No,
wasn't some of that film?
That's Georgia.
That's Georgia.
That's straight up Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Because like the first 3 seasons, they were barely out of the city.
Oh, I thought it. I don't know why I thought that was filmed.
No, that was straight up Georgia.
And no New Mexico neither.
Not for The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
No, not for The Walking Dead.
Maybe one of the spinoffs, but I didn't watch none of those.
Oh, okay. Because I'm looking as like these two is Tennessee supposed to be having? Because it's like all over the South where I'm seeing like it's Georgia, obviously Texas. You got Shreveport, and supposed to be one in Los Angeles, but it seems like they're building all throughout the South film studios.
I mean, it's cheap cost of living.
Where in Tennessee are they building one?
At least this is something I heard like years ago. I just never heard. They're supposed to be building something here in Middle Tennessee, and it's supposed to be something in Memphis like a while ago. I
heard like them.
This was like pre-pandemic
discussing possibly Chattanooga being like one of the sites because of close proximity to Atlanta.
Yeah,
and then
that would make sense though.
And then outside of Nashville, they were like looking like several investors were looking at like a major studio.
And they also filmed like those reenactment show like Snapped and all like that stuff like that gets filmed out here.
They do a lot of editing here.
Like what kind of editing?
Like like for those shows, the editing for the show.
So you like the majority of the editing for that show gets done for those type of shows get done here in Tennessee.
I just know there was a lot. Like I don't know why, but one of the guys that I used to talk to all the time, his son got an editing job working for I can't remember, like maybe True TV, I think at the time. And then he was doing like a lot of that stuff, and it was based out of Nashville.
Nashville's becoming new Hollywood.
But I mean that was like a kind of small setup. It wasn't their headquarters, but apparently they had like footprint.
Anything you don't have to be, because I mean, you can probably do like the music videos here, CMTs here. You could do. I mean, I can see that actually. There's a lot of outside of those types of shows, but those easy to make. The editing format is probably fairly simple compared to like a movie or a TV show. I can see that being done here. I need to see what they're getting paid to do that actually. I mean, you put an application in. It's expensive. It's hard out here.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
Man, I can't afford to be. It's Not in this economy.
When
The
it
type of pimp I would look like DJ on Hustle and Flow. I'd be that pimp.
Hey, tell me this fell out your pocket, man.
So,
Hey, man, tell me this fell out your pocket.
so
That oh my gosh,
That's
the
only
amount of
people.
times they use Maine in that film, I'm just like, we don't say it that many times, but we might though. No, we don't say
There
it
is-
that much.
I would say you can find a person or two who probably say it that much. In general,
It
'cause
ain't
you
that
don't-
many
isn't-
times now.
no, not that much. Not that much at all. Because at that point it was noticeable.
Oh, like it ain't
It was-
noticeable for anybody outside the city?
Outside the city, y'all hear it. But for you to say Maine so much that a Memphian notices it,
That's
you
pretty
said
bad.
it a lot.
That's pretty bad. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
You said about 94 Maines for me to go, hey,
Yeah,
can you find something else to say?
but then again, it's Terrence Howard. You know, he has that kind of wavery tone kind of in his voice a little bit too.
They don't even.
It's like
matter.
anytime he be saying anything out of the ordinary, you be like, oh, what's he got to say?
But he said that way too much. Like, I don't know if they put that many in the script or what. Like,
or he just
seriously,
felt it,
or he just felt it in
the
his
spirit
soul.
of Memphis.
Hey,
Like,
look,
yeah.
it added emphasis,
No.
especially when he beat up Skinny Pimp, skinny
was
man,
like-
skinny man.
It was like he used Maine as a period, exclamation, a question mark, everything.
I dude, that scene, iconic. Say this didn't fall out your pocket, man.
I mean,
Come on, hey, Skinny man.
that's not the when he's getting arrested. Say you in charge. I'm in charge. Say it one more time. That to me, that was the scene.
I'm in charge, D.
And then was it what's old boy I-20 snuck him. I was like, look at this dude. He waited for him to get handcuffed and then he snuck him.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, man, like Ludacris artist I-20, he snuck him.
Yeah,
He snuck
I
him.
knew he
He,
was in
as
it.
soon as he got put in handcuffs, he like looked like that. He like went down. He's like looking around. He's like,
I
got
feel
one
like
off
I've
on him.
mentioned this before. I don't know if I have, but there is one scene I'm like an extra in Hustle and Flow, and it's when Terrence Howard's talking to Anthony Anderson outside of the skating ring.
Oh, at Crystal Palace.
Yeah, so I snuck into that.
Well, a lot of people did.
Oh,
Apparently, because
a
I know
lot.
I know some other people who were like, "Yeah, we just went out there," and
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Oh
And
shit."
and I think they're like, because I'm like, I didn't sign no release. I didn't sign nothing.
Hey, cigarette and gas money spent.
Like I remember, my mother was taking me home from work, and she was like, "Yeah, I think they filming a movie out there." And I was like, "Yeah, I think that's Hustle and Flow. I think so." So she's like, "All right, go out and check." I stayed out there for about 2 hours. So, like,
Because I know DJ Paul was in it. Wasn't like a bunch of other 3-6 people like cameoed in it.
Probably.
some of them did. I don't.
Was Project Peg one of them?
No, I don't think Pat was in that.
Not cameo, but like behind the scenes or like.
Oh no. 3-6, like they mostly did
The soundtrack, right?
Yeah, they worked on a soundtrack, and I don't think it was mostly them. I think they just worked on some songs. I think
I know. I thought not DJ Paul, but Juicy J did the executive producing on that soundtrack. Because didn't they win a Grammy for it?
they won a Grammy for a song because they helped wrote "Hard Out Here for a Pimp." But I don't remember who, because I think it was because I think it's not Skinny Pimp. I don't remember who actually. Let me look that up. Q-Tip produce, because now you got me thinking. Dude,
Kevin is sad. We from Memphis and we don't know this stuff.
we ain't got to know everything about Memphis.
Yeah, but I'm like that's not a Memphis stat though.
What?
That's a production stat. Like that I don't know if you would like just care about like that.
I mean,
That makes it even worse because we're filmmakers.
Yeah, but I mean, like I don't look
Like
at
you making it worse.
everything that's in Clarksville. I don't know about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. Jason. So soundtrack was John Singleton, Kevin Liles, and T.I. Jason Jeter.
Well, that's a new fact I didn't know.
I didn't know that. I didn't know T.I. was involved in it like this. But yeah, there the soundtrack features Al Capone, because that's who I thought executive produced it. Music by Al Capone, DJ Paul, Juicy J, and others. A number of people, writers include Al Capone, Lil Jon, Anthony Dent, Benny, Dada Tillman, Carlos Thorman, Doc Jam, JP. Keith. I don't know who these folks is.
Oh,
Lil
my
J,
goodness.
Nick. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and end this.
No, but who exactly produced it though?
T.I., John Singleton, Kevin Liles.
Okay.
There you go.
And on that note, thank you all for watching and listening with us today. I'm here once again with my colleagues, Victoria V.A. Jones.
It's so hard out here for a pimp. With the pinky ring. It's hard out here for a pimp.
It's hard to executive produce pimping as well. Also here with my
Nothing but the pimping game over here. Pimping.
also here with my other colleague, Carson Knight Ferguson.
What did you mean by that?
I have nothing. That's a wrap.